Hello fellow truckers and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. As you can see, we have a tractor on a flatbed heading from Sheridan, Wyoming to Sterling, Colorado. I picked this load because A, it's going to give us $41,000, and B, it's going to take us all the way through Wyoming, which is a state we haven't been in up until our last episode. We actually just finished dropping off our first load in the last episode. Our first load into Wyoming in the last episode because I just recently picked up Wyoming. So I know some of those have been out for a while, but I always wait for, really good Steam sales to buy the new states when they come out, because I feel like, paying that much money for just a single state when it's full price is just like, that's a little much for me. Okay, we're going to get that out. I'm going to try a new format today. I typically have been doing, real time out to the freeway and then hopping into a time lapse with music and cuts and things like that. Today, I think I'm just going to go ahead and drive and do my best to just kind of chat with you guys as we go. I personally have found that my videos where I'm engaging with you guys more, like my Elite Dangerous videos, where I'm more or less just talking the entire time, those videos tend to do better as far as A, people returning to watch them, and B, people, the length of time at which people watch them. So I'll go back to trying to do a little bit more chatting. I mean, whether I'm actually going to, I got a little bit distracted there. Whether I'm actually going to, put the cuts, the time lapses in and stuff like that. Either way, I only do about 30 minutes worth of gameplay because I don't have the patience to do a game any much longer than that anymore. So I'll do my best to have something to talk about when we do these runs, especially when we have longer runs like this. But because I'm gonna have to talk the entire time, what it'll end up being is like when we have runs that are like 600 miles like this, we'll probably go ahead and find a stop-off point where I can split the episode into a couple of places. And then later on, if we start getting like 1,000-mile runs and stuff like that, we'll split one load up into three different episodes and just kind of do it that way. Because there's no rush. There's we're working on trying to get one of every truck, right? And that's a great goal to have. But what do we do then? So I'm not in any particular rush to hurry up and get to the point where we have one of every truck. I'm not in any rush to hurry up and get any of our goals done. Kind of the whole point of American Truck Simulator is to just enjoy the ambiance of being on the road in a big truck. Building up your fleet's nice and everything, but there isn't really much to do once you do that other than just drive around. So the goal for me is going to be, grab one of every truck, and then maybe after that, we'll find some third-party things to do. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't really decided what we're going to do after this because we still have a long way to go. Right now, all we have are just the international trucks, and then these two Kenworth trucks here, and we already have enough money to buy a garage space, but there's no point in buying the garage space if we don't have a truck to put in the garage into one of the spots for it. So I've decided, I'm just going to hold off on buying the garage space until we have enough money to buy the garage space for $180K, and then we're going to need another probably $150K on top of that to be able to purchase a new truck once we're done with that. So at the moment, we need at least another $100,000 before we're going to be able to swap into a new truck. It's going to be a little while. I am driving with an Xbox controller, so if I stray from the lanes a little bit, that's why. It's because, yeah, there's that. Unfortunately for this game, because it has a lot of continuity in the roads and everything, I'm not going to be able to put a lot of cuts in it like I do with my Elite Dangerous content, because in Elite Dangerous, there isn't like a road that you follow where it's very obvious where the cuts are, and you can put jump cuts in it, and it's not that big of a deal. In this game, it's going to look very disjointed, and it's going to kind of break up. Oh. Crap, I thought he was going to get by me. He slowed down or something. I thought I was about to judge, because I was full on the brakes and I waited for him, and then I guess I got too close to him or something, and he freaked out and just completely stopped, and then we had a collision. Great. because I was about to just fling myself behind him to get over into the lane here, because I didn't hear the GPS tell me that the right turn was coming up, because my volume's kind of turned down and the air conditioner's behind me, so I'm having a hard time hearing anything. So let's get the Jeep, let's get the cruise control up to 80 miles an hour. You get it up to 88 and you know what happens then. Let me know in the comments if that's a movie that you like. You'll know the movie if you've watched it. You'll know what movie I'm talking about. If you don't, then go look up 88 miles an hour and then you'll know what movie it is, because it's specific to that. Now, I generally don't like driving at night in real life either. I've gotten to the age now where seeing at night is much more difficult. And then I also had the PRK surgery done to my eyes when I left the Marine Corps, I don't know, over 10 years ago now. And it messed with my night vision pretty hard. Overall net positive, because, well, you know, I say overall net positive because my eyes kind of degraded, so I still need glasses, but not nearly as badly as I did before I had the surgery. So if you look at contact lenses, they have their own scale. Glasses are a little bit harder to quantify because of the different strengths and stuff and the way that the glasses work. I don't even really understand the whole glasses thing. But my contact lens prescriptions were a -3.5 for my left eye and a -3.75 for my right eye, which basically meant I couldn't see anything more than a few feet in front of me without some kind of lens correction, without some kind of corrective lenses to help out with that. Now, I basically, if I squint, I can read distant text. You know, for the most part, I can see things that are happening in front of me. I just can't make out fine detail from, if it's more than, say, 10 or 15 feet away from me, the detail really starts dropping off. And of course, this Jeep is going to take forever to pass me. The truck's going slow, and the Jeep decided to take his sweet time. So I don't even remember. Oh, because I was explaining why I was a net positive. I was trying to remember how I got onto this topic. So the PRK surgery was overall a very much a net positive, except for two really bad I don't say really bad side effects, but two, you know, side effects that I have to pay attention to. The first being that it really messed with my night vision insofar as seeing lights and stuff like that is very, very annoying, because I get these like artifacts that come off of them. You know, like when you look through dirty glass or street glass or glass that has some kind of like film or residue on it, and you get the little lines and stuff that come off of that. I see that at night when I look at certain colors. I see that. And then there's also certain colors that I just can't see very well at all, like blue, like darker blue. I almost can't see that at all. I can't, like, I see no definition in it. So my night vision has been really messed up. And then because the PRK surgery was the one where they basically ground the top layer off of my eyeballs. Sorry, I think I'm a little too close to the microphone. They ground the top layer off of my eyeballs. My eyes are just naturally a lot more dry than they used to be, so wearing contact lenses is almost impossible for me now. I used to wear them all the time, but it's almost impossible now because my eyes get so dry and irritated now that putting contact lenses in just not a thing for me anymore. Fortunately, like I said, my default vision is now good enough that I can survive without the contact lenses, but driving still requires them because my vision is bad enough that I can't pass like a vision test for driving or something like that. And you know, I would want to anyway because I want to be able to read road signs from a distance and things like that. So definitely something I want to make sure I have correction for, but I don't really need, like right now I don't need them. Anytime I'm, you know, inside, anytime I'm indoors, I pretty much don't need my glasses. I only need my glasses if I need to see something that's, you know, reasonably far away. You're gonna have to accelerate, dude. I don't know why you think, like, I'm sitting here stuck at 60 miles an hour, so go. I mean, I guess his speed limit is also 60 miles an hour, but he's a car. Get him, go up there and get in front of me. I'm not slowing down to let you over. Mostly because you, sir, are an NPC, and you have no feelings, and your feelings cannot be hurt if I don't let you over. I'm going to move over now before this car cuts me off, because it seems like... I'm actually just going to start... I'm going to speed a little bit to get past some of this, because we're kind of stuck behind a line of the traffic. We're stuck behind a line of traffic here that I really don't want to be stuck behind, and we just need to get past it. It's really annoying. Now, it's nighttime now, and I really need to look... We have 8 hours and 23 minutes of driving left to do. I do need to check the actual load here, so let's check that out really quick. The load has 28 more hours to go, so we have 20 hours to kill. If we hit the rest stop here pretty shortly, we should still have plenty of time to get through the overnight portion of this and continue driving in the daytime. So that would have been a nice place right there to take a rest. I believe 10 hours is the rest that the game does. So I don't mind going a little bit into the nighttime if that means that we're going to be able to get a little bit into the nighttime on this side of it, so that when the rest is done, we're closer to like 6 in the morning or something like that, and the sun's coming up. I really don't like driving at night. All of that, I went through on that really long tangent just to explain that I want to get to a rest stop because I don't like driving at night. I don't like driving at night in real life because of my vision problems, and I don't like driving at night in the game because A, it's kind of boring because I can't see anything, and it's ultra boring for you guys because you're not playing, and you also can't, you can see even less than I can because the YouTube compression and all that stuff really washes out a lot of the detail. Speeding kills. No. Reckless driving kills. Speeding doesn't kill anybody. Okay. I'm sorry. I will never... I understand that the statistics say that more people die when you're driving faster, but it's not the speed that kills you. It's not paying attention to what the hell you're doing that kills you. Yes, obviously, crashing at a faster speed is going to be much more likely to kill you, but at the same time, if you're paying attention, your chances of getting into an accident at a higher speed are only marginally higher. So just pay attention. It's mostly just because people get distracted in their cars. They don't focus on driving. They're focused on something else, or they zone out, or they do something that causes them to just not pay attention anymore. And that's what gets them killed. All right. So there's actually a rest stop right here. We're going to go ahead and pull off the freeway, head over to that rest stop, so that we can advance time into the daytime.
Continue straight.
Apologies for the unnecessary braking noise, but because I'm using a controller, it can be very difficult to have fine-tuned control over the braking. So I kind of have to tap it, which causes a pss, pss, pss. It just is what it is. That's okay. We're going to make it work. We're going to hop over here to this part. You know what? Let's just go ahead and head over to the fuel station over here since it's there. We'll fill up on fuel, which will kill another couple minutes, and then we'll be able to rest. And then we'll be able to continue on our journey. So we'll get up here and make a left turn.
Rerouting. Turn around when
Sure,
it's safe
you needed
to
to
do
go
so.
all the way around like that and get in my way. Of course you did. Guess we need to go like this to get the trailer around. All right, engine off. Fill up the fuel. I really wish that filling up fuel in real life was this fast. You can't even fill up your car this fast. Oh my god, how awesome would it be if you could just pull up to the fuel station and it only takes like 10 seconds to get your fuel done. That would be amazing. All right, I'm gonna turn this way to make sure that the trailer doesn't hit anything. Aw, we ended up hitting something anyway. Oh well, it is what it is. I know that this is American Truck Simulator, but you know, I only take it so seriously. It's a game. All right, cool. Hey, we made some more money from our drivers, so that's good. Looks like we're getting some rain today, so that kind of sucks. All right, cool. So now we can go get back on the freeway. We got another, we'll probably try to get another 100 miles or so in before we call it a day. But I think that was a worthy pit stop because it got us out of the nighttime, which is always a good thing, I think. At least to me. It's always a good thing for me. I prefer to drive during the daytime. I'm also a big fan of the automated wiper sensors. Makes it so that you don't have to fiddle with it yourself, and it automatically adjusts to the amount of rain that is falling on your windshield. So that's always a good thing.
Turn left.
Oh, rain. Rain's killing my traction. I didn't think that the roads were as wet as they are. They don't, like, it's not raining that hard, so you don't assume that the roads are going to be that wet, but in a big tractor trailer, sometimes it's a little bit slippier, more slippery than you think it's going to be. So just keep that in mind if you're driving. Okay, get our left turn up in here, and yeah, we're going to try to get down to around 300 miles, if at all possible. The thing about that, though, is I always try to stop at like a rest stop or a parking space, but if we start getting to around 300 miles and there's just nothing there, the worst comes to worst, I just pull off on the side of the road. The biggest thing is that I don't want to do any more than 30 minutes for an episode, just because, you know, I have to record the episode, and then I guess for this one I don't have to do any video editing because I just need to make myself babble for 30 minutes. That's just kind of what we got to get. It's just what I kind of got to do for these. I'm gonna try to do babble videos for a while and just compare how they do to the cut the time lapse music backed episodes, because what ends up happening is like half to three quarters of the episode is me driving and talking while I get into and out of a city or whatever. And then the time lapse is only like a small portion of the entire portion of what I recorded. And while you guys do get to see the stuff, it's not the same. It's just not the same. So I don't know. Let's see if we can get an external view here real quick, just so you guys can have a nice look at what our load is from the outside. But I don't want to crash, so we are going to stay. This is the hard part of, like, you guys don't see it when I'm doing the time lapses, but I have to like drive while I'm trying to get the camera to turn around and get you guys that nice exterior view. And especially when it's wet like this and there's turns, I generally try to get one when it's like when I'm on a straightaway. But there also has to be something interesting to look at too. So it's like, I don't know. So we'll try to get another view here. Sorry, bus. See, that's the hard part. The hard part is just trying to drive when you're doing this. Oh, nope.
Recalculating.
Can't do this in the rain. All right, well, yeah, sorry. Just can't do this. Can't do that in the rain. Like, I was turning to the right. I was trying to get it to turn, and it just refused to cooperate. And then I'm pretty sure that there was nobody in my mirror there when I was moving over, but then all of a sudden there is. So that's going to cost us. Yeah, that kind of sucks. So for the rest of this, you're just going to have to listen to me babble, because there's just not enough traction on the road for me to do any kind of exterior shots right now. There's no control. There's no control on the water. No control on the wet road, which sucks. If we pass by a service on our way, we'll probably go ahead and stop there. Like if I can see one sitting off the road, just because I don't want to drive around with 15% damage on my truck this whole time. That is going to suck. But at the very least, another 70 miles or so, and we'll be able to pull off to the side and call it a day. I would really like it, though, if we could find a service. Central Business District. Yeah, see, I'm trying to turn, and it will not turn. So what do you got going on here? All right, we're on a straight and narrow. We're on a straight line here, so we should be able to get a decent view now. This is what I'm talking about, though. I really have to wait until there's like a nice, long, straight road for us to go down. Because if there's any kind of turn, like, it's not so bad if the road is dry. I can generally go around curves and stuff when the road is dry, but you saw what happened. I was trying to turn and it just would not go. I had to stick all the way to the right, and it was just like, nope, you're sliding off the road now. That's it. Oh man, there's a service station right there. I think we might. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna exit the road here and head over to that service station. Because I think, does it connect? I can't tell. Does it connect? It looks like it connects. But I don't want to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on the road. It's too far out of the way is a problem. It's too far out of the way. I think, honestly, I kind of want to put our second garage in Texas somewhere. That would be kind of cool. So, yeah, I'm on the lookout for a potential place to fix the truck. Unfortunately, the problem is that the GPS doesn't show anything until we're, like... see, look at that. We could have stopped off there, and that would have been a perfect place to go fix the truck. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out that way. There's a perfect place to go do that. Now, if there's an exit here, we might come back to that. As a matter of fact, it looks like that might be the case. So if we can exit here and head back over to that service station, I think that's what we're going to do, because we're basically right where we need to be as far as the distance that we need to travel. So we'll take a second, we'll exit the freeway, we'll head over to the service station there. We should still have plenty of time left on our clock to go get the load delivered.
Recalculating route.
So we'll head off to the right here.
Take the second exit.
We'll head off to the right here.
Recalculating.
And then, yeah, that'll take us back over to where the service station was. We can fix the mistakes that were made because of the slippery roads. And, you know, me trying to do things I shouldn't be doing in the rain. Sometimes that happens. Get ourselves over to the big wrench. Get everything fixed. And maybe we'll take a look at our truck configuration just to make sure we're happy with everything. Every once in a while, it doesn't hurt to just kind of take a look at your stuff. Okay, so coming up on the right turn here for the shop. Yeah. Anytime you hear the engine dinging at you like that, it's probably a good idea to go visit the service. You know. You know. Oh, and the nice thing is that when we start out next time, we can just head right back to the freeway over there. Okay, let's get ourselves into the service. I'm going to kind of cut to the right here so that we're able to get out when we're done. Okay, cool. So, service, we'll do the recommended service. That's going to cost us a couple grand, which sucks, but it is what it is. And then we can go over to the truck configurator. We have the biggest cab. We have the longest chassis. We have not necessarily the biggest engine, but I'm not going to spend $21,000 to upgrade by 5 horsepower and pretty much no torque or anything. So I don't really see any reason to upgrade the engine. We have the 18-speed engine here, which I generally tend to go for. And then, I mean, you know, a paint job would be nice, but I just don't know that I really want to do that. I'm kind of content with the black. It's not that big of a deal. And then, yeah, we're pretty much good on everything else. I do have the camera mirrors, but I downloaded a mod for that, but I don't really like the way it looks on the American trucks. It's really only for the European trucks. And then, yeah, so I think that's going to go ahead and do it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. Also have PayPal and Patreon links in the description if you prefer to go that route, because some people do like to do that when they're helping out with channels. So again, thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed this episode of American Truck Simulator. Be sure to come back tomorrow where we'll drop off this load and hopefully push further east towards maybe Texas. And I'll see you then.